Coming up on today's episode, reaction from last night's marathon between the Dodgers and Padres, how the battle for the NL West is heating up, and Urban Meyer names his guy. But why should Jag fans temper expectations? We head to Jacksonville for the latest. Plus, it's the tech we never knew we needed. The PGA tool that has changed the way we watch golf forever. Strap in, Full Sail Live starts now. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Full Sail Live. I'm Aaron Mukes. I am just outside of Petco Park, where last night we witnessed the longest game of the 2021 Major League Baseball season. Last year's defending champs and NL wildcard leading Los Angeles Dodgers squared off against the division rivals San Diego Padres. Starting pitchers Walker Buehler and Blake Snell were both great Wednesday night, but forgotten by the time this one ended. The wild game saw neither team score from the 10th to the 14th inning, even with the free runner on second base. After the 2 runs crossed for the Dodgers in the 15th, Fernando Tatis, who was 0 for 6 on the night with 4 strikeouts, did this.
Fly ball, deep right field off the bat of Fernando. That ball is back and it is gone! Fernando Tatis Jr. is tied to score in the bottom of the 15th inning. Unbelievable.
That home run would send it to the 16th. The Dodgers would outlast the Padres 5-3 after a 2-run shot by A.J. Pollock. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts spoke after the game about the marathon matchup.
To stay focused like that, mentally fatigued, but our guys, I got to give those guys credit playing. I don't even know how many innings we played tonight, but Will caught every inning, the up and down of the game, and to stay locked in. There's just so much to unpack. To come away with the win was huge.
In total, Wednesday's game was the longest game of the 2021 Major League season. The 16-inning, 5-hour, and 43-minute game featured just 14 hits. Dodgers closer Kenley Jansen became the 12th pitcher in Major League Baseball history with 1,000 strikeouts in relief. The two teams will wrap up the series tonight in a matchup featuring Max Scherzer and Yu Darvish. Still to come on Full Sail Live, the decision in Jacksonville has been made. Our NFL insider has the latest from Jags camp. And later, Teach Tech is back. We dive into some of the most exciting technology in all of sports. Don't go anywhere. We're back after this. Welcome back into Full Sail Live. The Jacksonville Jaguars landed their franchise guy back in April. Since that time, many around the league have questioned why the coaching staff has yet to name Trevor Lawrence the Week 1 starter. Offensive line issues are still a concern for this team, and many believe that's the reason Lawrence is yet to be thrusted into that role. And now, after 2 subpar preseason performances and just 2 weeks away from the Week 1 opener in Houston, head coach Urban Meyer announces Lawrence will start Week 1. Earlier, I was joined by Jaguars insider Vinny Milani from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Vinny, thank you for joining me. Big news out of Jags camp today was expected, but what was the actual significance of Urban Meyer naming rookie Trevor Lawrence as the Week 1 starter?
I think it was confidence, man. I think it was a lot to do with confidence with Trevor Lawrence. A lot of people were saying that it was weird that they didn't want to name Trevor Lawrence the starting quarterback. But I think it was that Urban Meyer trying to get Trevor Lawrence to prove himself through training camp and make him earn that spot. And now announcing him to be the starting quarterback, I think it's that big confidence booster heading into Week 1.
We saw on Monday night against the Saints and last week, Lawrence has had his ups and downs in a couple of preseason games, but fellow quarterback Gardner Minshew also hasn't performed well enough to grab the job. Why do you think Meyer took so long to make his decision?
I think it was just to build Trevor Lawrence's character up. I think all through his college career, he was a winner. I mean, he only lost, like 3 games at Clemson all through his entire career. And I think Urban wanted him to go through that grind and go through that struggle and learn to battle through adversity. I mean, he was taking some shots in that game against New Orleans, and he battled and he fought back and he made some good plays. He obviously didn't score, but it's Urban Meyer trying to get Trevor Lawrence to go through that adversity.
In that same game Monday night, rookie running back Travis Etienne left with the foot injury. We're hearing news now that it's a Liz Frank injury and he's going to miss the entire season. What does that do for the team's running back depth?
Well, it means James Robinson is going to get the rock a whole lot more, just like we saw in his rookie season. But I would expect a lot more from Carlos Hyde as well. They brought him back. That's an Ohio State guy that Urban Meyer likes a lot. I think he's going to be used a lot. And then they have Dare Ogunbowale as their third running back. I think it's just going to be a lot of James Robinson. I think those are going to be your 3 running backs, but most of it is going to go through James Robinson, and you'll see a little Carlos Hyde sprinkled throughout the season.
We're just 2 weeks away from the opening week of the season. The Jaguars are going to be heading to Houston. With the few weeks left of camp, what are the biggest remaining battles that you're out there watching for?
I think something that I'm really interested in is not even necessarily a roster spot battle. It might go with the depth of the wide receiver position, but I'm very interested to see who takes the number 1 wide receiver spot. DJ Chark is rumored, obviously, to be the number 1 guy, but he's been hurt. And Marvin Jones just got hurt in that New Orleans game. So it's going to be very interesting to see if Laviska Shenault could really take over, or talk about roster spots and roster battles. Laquan Treadwell, Tavon Austin battling for a spot. I think those 2 guys are very interesting there to see who makes the team from out of camp.
Well, Vinny, thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you throughout the season, and we're sure to look out for Trevor Lawrence's first start in a couple of weeks. Up next, Teach Tech dives into the world of golf. We discuss how a simple technology has changed the popularity of the sport. Stay tuned. The evolution of golf. No, you still just hit the little white ball, but now those watching on TV can actually see where it's going. The technology that changed the way we watch golf can be credited to this man. In 1998, Daniel Forsgren was watching a tournament on television, growing extremely frustrated with the inability to track the golf ball. What came next? Well, naturally, a solution. By 2003, Forsgren had created a prototype and quit his job. A camera with sensors, sending information to a computer, tracking each frame the ball travels. In 2006, ProTracer was born.
Top Tracer has really changed broadcast golf. I sometimes compare it like the world was black and white and then the world was color.
Used by the PGA, they could now track distance, speed, and other key information. But that wasn't enough. Why should only the pros have such a tool? By 2012, a prototype for casual golfers to use the technology at driving ranges around the world was born. In 2016, ProTracer was purchased by Topgolf Entertainment Group. Over the next 5 years, that technology would be placed in ranges and performance studios around the world. The rebranded TopTracer has forever changed the way we view the game of golf. As for Forsgren, he doesn't have any trouble tracking that little white ball anymore. That does it for this week's episode. Join us next time as we preview week 1 of the NFL and a sports technology segment you'll have to see to believe. For Full Sail Live, I'm Aaron Mukes. We'll see you next time.